Hello viewers, in today's video we'll talk about what an iconic product is and how you can add it to any page if you want. Basically we have created a widget for the iconic product. So if you want to add this widget to any page, you can do so. But what exactly is an iconic product? If you look right now, this is basically our iconic product widget. On it you can see a woman. She is wearing multiple accessories, and on several of those accessories you can see a plus icon. So if you hover over the plus icon on the shirt, you'll see that the shirt product in the sidebar will also be highlighted. You can then go and check the details of the shirt product. If you want to see the details of the trousers, just hover over the trousers and you'll notice that the trouser product in the sidebar is also highlighted. So basically we'll see how to create this and how to add it to a page. Let's suppose we have a page. If you want to add an iconic product to this page, the first thing we need to do is edit this page with Elementor. As I mentioned earlier, we currently have a very useful and effective widget specifically designed for our iconic products. This particular tool allows us to prominently display a wide range of our most distinguished products, or indeed anything that is directly and intrinsically related to our truly iconic product lines. As I mentioned, we have a widget that is Elementor based. We use it to showcase iconic products. So let's suppose we've come to this page. First, we'll add a container here. We've added the container. If you look, we have two columns. One shows an image and the other displays the product. So we'll also make it two columns so that your understanding improves. We'll add another widget to it and duplicate it, and we'll set the main container to display. Flex so that the two containers inside it are positioned horizontally. If you want to make it full width, you can do that as well. It's entirely your choice, your own structure, or you can do it in whatever way you think is best. Now we have two options available. First, let's add the widget for the iconic product. In our second column, we'll add the widget for the iconic product here. So first we need to add a background image to this. Let's suppose, for instance, that we decide to add a visual image. We will endeavor to utilize an image that has already been previously incorporated so that your comprehensive understanding of the process can develop and improve even more effectively and clearly. Let's suppose this image is already added, just like in the demo. You can see that we've added this image. Now you can see there's an option below for product markers. First, we need to add a marker. When you add a marker, you need to select the product type there and assign an ID to specify for which ID you want to place the marker. First, we want to place it for the shirt. So we'll go to our products. We'll see that our shirt product is here. So we have its ID. If you hover over it, you'll find it 1180. So we'll come here and paste it. You'll see that a marker has been created. By default, it's on top of the shirt. If you want to change its position, we have options here for horizontal and vertical positioning. We can change this. As you can see, our first marker is on top of the shirt. Now let's add a second marker. For the second marker, the product we have is trousers. We'll find the product ID for the trousers. Let's suppose this is our trouser product and its ID is 1193. Here we'll assign it the ID 1193. You'll see that another marker has been added. Now we'll set its position. We'll set the vertical position so that it gets placed over the trousers. This is entirely up to you. You can move it a bit further down if you want. After that, if you wish to further customize your layout, you can also precisely set its exact horizontal position from this particular point within the interface. Alright, so we've set the horizontal position. We have one marker here and another marker there. When you hover over this, you'll see the product related to the shirt. And when you hover over this one, you can see the product for the trousers or pants appearing. Now, in the sidebar, we need to add our element, which is the COP WP post. We've added our element. First, in the element, you'll select your product type. Our product, that is the post type, is product, and for the style we'll select style 2. After that, remember that whenever you want to create an iconic product, in most cases almost 100% of the time you need to display the listing by ID, because if you choose by all, the system will automatically show all listings. It can also change on each refresh. So when you display by ID, only the product you want to show will be displayed. Let's suppose, for example, earlier we added a shirt as a product, and the product ID for the shirt was 1180, while the other one was 1193. So first we'll enter the product with ID 1180, then separated by a comma 1193. So here only the two products whose IDs we assign will be shown. Now you can see that one shirt image and one trouser image are being displayed. If you hover over them, look at the side. The product you hover over appears active on that side. The other product becomes lighter. It becomes a bit blurred. If you have multiple products, for example, if you want to add more products, you can also enable a slider on it. You have the option for a post slider. You can enable the slider as well. And if you go to the query option, you can see that you haven't just selected one product, not just 3. You can select the number of posts as you wish, deciding how many posts you want to display. Let's suppose if we had added 4 posts here in this section, but since there are only 3 posts here, obviously the system will only display 3. To display 4, we would have to select the number 4. So right now basically we've added 2 products, so we'll just go with 2. So these are basically our settings. You can adjust the settings as you wish, however you like. Let's save our settings to our page. To ensure that all the modifications and adjustments we have meticulously implemented are fully recognized, properly displayed, and permanently stored within the current web page's configuration, we will proceed to refresh and reload our page. This action is crucial so that every single change we've carefully made is accurately reflected and securely saved, thereby updating the page to its most current and intended state, making sure no effort is lost and the user experience is seamless and up to date. As soon as our page loads, you'll be able to see that the iconic product widget we've added will become visible here. Yes, as you can see, this is our iconic product widget. If we click on it, you'll notice that we've basically enabled the slider in it. That's why it's properly visible. And when there are more than 2 products in the slider, we should enable it. For now, we'll disable its slider because we've set the slides to show as 3. If we, let's suppose, set it to 1 and publish it, these are basically the slider settings. You can adjust these as you wish, and we'll delete its arrows. We'll go ahead and publish it. If you look at the sidebar, you'll notice a difference in height between your image and your product. So simply go to the iconic product widget, then to the background images style, and set its height according to your product so that it looks attractive. Now we've saved the settings. We'll come back and reload our page. You can see that there's a slider on one side and an image on the other. Let's suppose we hover over the shirt image, then only the shirt image will appear on the side. And if we hover over this one, only the trouser image will be shown on the side. But right now you can see that the slider is automatically moving along, because if you go to the slider options, in the post slider, we've set it to autoplay so that it keeps playing automatically. We'll disable this. These are the changes that I'm intentionally showing you so that when you create it yourself, you can develop an understanding of how things will work. These small mistakes are basically for your learning. Now if you come here, you can see that no image is sliding. Now if you hover over the shirt, you'll see that the shirt image appears on the side. If you click on the trouser image will appear. So this is basically the concept of an iconic product. And if you want to add it to any page, you just have to follow the same procedure, and you can add it to any product or any page by editing with Elementor. Just like the design we created here, you don't even need to focus on this design. Of course, you can also create any design you like. No problem, Elementor gives you this fully customizable option as a customized feature. So I hope you have understood this video in the best possible way. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please take good care of yourself.